Hello and welcome to our Agile Hive public review for the month of March. This is the third review that we are holding for Agile Hive Data Center this year. The next review, the fourth, will actually take place on the 7th of April, so in about a month's time. As you might have noticed by now already, we changed our review schedule. We are now starting the we are now having our review every first Tuesday of the month, starting at 15 o'clock Central European Time, as opposed to the previous all 4 weeks that we did previously. This should be easier to remember. In case you want to invite your colleagues, you can find a link to the review here. They will have access to an ICS file that you can download and integrate into your calendar, so you don't miss any further reviews. As you might have noticed when you entered this meeting, the review is being recorded and we are going to publish it later on YouTube. So in case you have a question or you want to share something with us, please be mindful of what you share. If you don't want to be seen, for example, when you are talking, please make sure to turn off your camera. Okay, so now let's get actually into it, or what we, the development team, have been done in the, actually it's 4 weeks this time because it's February. So again, in the last 4 weeks. First, and as every year, we as a data center app, we have to do our yearly data center approval. And we are doing it for the Agile Hive suite, as well as for the individual plugins within the suite. And yeah, we've done them by now. They were mostly just running the tests that Lesson requires us to do. But we have also done several smaller updates of dependencies that we have within our plugins, and we released those dependency updates, or we are aiming to release those dependency updates within the 4.10 version. So the next bigger thing that we have been working on, as you might know already by now, we are working on the migration path for Agile Hive Data Center to Agile Hive Cloud right now. And we released a while ago now, we released the possibility to download the project hierarchy, as well as all the PIs that you have been created on the Agile Hive Data Center instance in the backend. And we adapted the format of the PI file recently to better fit the counterpart that's being required in the Agile Hive Cloud instance. As a little sneak peek, here you can see the data format that you kind of would expect. And in addition to that, you can see here a snapshot from the concept art that is being used to develop the counterpart in the Agile Hive Cloud app to import the PIs from data center into cloud in the future. This is still a bit far out. The rough outline of the UI has already been created in cloud, but the actual functionality of importing the PIs is yet to be done. A second smaller feature that we implemented in the last weeks is we ported the health check that you were able to see on the team and art report or pages by now. We ported this up to the solution level as well, because as you know, you can also create PIs from the solution level. And in order to give you a hint or a warning that something in one of the underlying arts might be broken or might influence the creation of the PIs that you are about to create from the solution level, we now show the health check with, for example, missing primary boards or missing permissions in the team projects. We are showing this on the solution level now as well. Again, this view is only presented to you if you have the Jira administration, or project administration role. Yeah, in order to not distract any other users from their work by showing them warnings. This is also going to be released in the 4.10 version, as well as the one before. I forgot that because I had my little overlay for the Google Meet right in front of it, so I didn't didn't see it fully. Okay. Then, as I was previously saying, we are working on the PI import method, or possibility into cloud. We recently released within cloud the possibility to import your project hierarchy data from Agile Hive Data Center. I presented in the last review not the last review, the last review was in December, sorry. In the November review, we presented you the aforementioned page where you can download the export files for the project hierarchy, as well as the planning interval data in your data center instance. And we now implemented and released the counterpart for the project hierarchy import into the cloud version. This is a screenshot, as the title suggested, from the cloud version, at least in case you are interested in how this is implemented in cloud. As you can see here, these are the dummy projects that we always use to present stuff. Exported from the data center version and imported in the cloud version. As you can see here, it will also give you hints if these projects have not been migrated or have been altered. So, for example, if they have been renamed, you won't be able to create the exact same structure if these are missing or have been altered. But in case if that's not true and everything has been migrated without alteration, you would now be able to create your project hierarchy structure from data center in cloud with just the import of a file. And this has already been released in the last version, 4.9, at the 6th of February. And in the last review, I actually showed this exact same screenshot here as a sneak peek. But yeah, as I mentioned, now it has been released fully. And yeah, last but not least, we come to two bug fixes that were implemented in either the last release or the upcoming next release here. We have been aware of the of a bug in the report pages, and we could see that the planned SP in the SP burned widget, as well as the burn up chart, changed when issues were not completed within one PI and were moved to the next PI. The moment the last sprint of the PI was closed and the issue was moved to the first sprint of the upcoming PI, the overall planned story points in the aforementioned widgets, the SP burned, and also the burn up chart changed. They dropped down because the issue was no longer calculated towards the overall work that was initially planned for the last PI. Yeah, we changed that so that the values are now shown correctly, and the value is now shown in both PIs. And within the upcoming release, we did another performance optimization, especially for our velocity call in the art report, and especially important for arts that have a lot of child issues. As you know, the velocity call is going to look through all the child teams and to all the and through all the sprints of these child teams, at least the last 5, to calculate the velocity and then the average velocity of the whole art. And this took quite a while, especially when some arts had up to 40 teams in one case, not all case, actually not that recommended, but yeah, it's possible. Yeah, we improved the performance of this call. And after we release it, in case you feel that you were affected by this performance improvement, please let us know if it actually worked, because afterwards we are going to implement it for similar calls as well to improve the overall performance of the art reports, especially for larger arts with a lot of teams. But after we release the version 4.10, you will be notified probably by Susanne, who's going to inform you that the issue has been resolved in the last release. So it would be kind of you to let us know if it actually worked. All right. Are there, before I continue, are there any questions from you regarding what I just presented? Okay, I can hear and see no raised hands, and also no messages in the chat, right? Let's check. No. Then I will continue. Yeah, like in the last review, I'm quickly re-announcing it. We will enter the maintenance mode with Agile Hive Data Center, maintenance mode in air quotes. What does that mean? As Atlassian has announced the end of life for their data center products and by extension, all data center apps, we are going to shift, or we have shifted already, capacity towards our Agile Hive Cloud product and Agile Hive Cloud development. That means for Agile Hive Data Center, there will be no major feature development anymore, apart from what you just saw, that we introduce new features as part of bug fixes, support requests that might remedy those situations or fix those situations. But you will still get support from us. You will still get new bug fix versions, new compatibility versions for upcoming Jira versions. Yeah, feel free to use our help desk as before. We will be there for you until the end of Agile Hive, until the end of Jira Data Center, which will be in March 2029. And yeah, Agile Hive Data Center will also be available up until then. Yeah. The next announcement is the announcement that I did in the beginning already. We moved our review time slot. You know by now, as you are already here, but in case you're watching this on YouTube later, every first Tuesday of the month at 15 o'clock Central European Time Zone. So the next review will take place on the 7th of April. And again, I posted the link here for the ICS file to download into your calendar. All right. If there are no further questions from your side, then this will conclude the review for today. All right, no questions in the chat. I just see clapping hands. Thank you. Yeah, up until then, if you're interested in what we are doing in Agile Hive Cloud, have a short amount of time, that we now have to wait. But if you would like to see what we are doing there, stay in the meet. We're going to pause up until then, and at 15 or 15:30, we are going to start the Agile Hive Cloud review. Otherwise, I bid you farewell and hope to see you next month. Goodbye.